What up, everybody? It's the Rottweiler Patriots. I'm Vegas.
And I'm T-Bone.
And we're coming at you with another video today. We're going to be doing our Week 3 Power Rankings. These are who we think are the 10 best teams in the NFL headed into Week 3. Starting off at number 10, we've got the Detroit Lions. The Lions coming off of a loss to the Seattle Seahawks in overtime, but still a good team. Still beat a very good Chiefs team in Week 1. Still the favorites to win their division. You know, they still got Jared Goff, who's been looking pretty good. Amon-Ra St. Brown looking pretty good. Dan Campbell at head coach, you know. They're a team that still is going to be able to make some noise despite a tough loss this past week. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Completely agree, Vegas. Completely agree. Even though they had that unfortunate overtime loss, you could see the offense work. I mean, my goodness. So, the Lions, for once in a while, very long while, they're good. And I'm liking Dan Campbell. I'm liking him a lot.
Alrighty, coming in at number 9, we've got the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens coming off of a Week 2 victory over the Cincinnati Bengals, which before the week might have been deemed an upset, but right now doesn't seem like one. Bengals struggled against the Ravens, got it going in the second half, but regardless, the Ravens with a 2-0 start, which is always good in the AFC North. That is a very difficult division. They found ways to win early on, beat a division rival in the Bengals, and that's one that could have long-term playoff repercussions. Looked much better than their ugly win against Houston in this game. Still definitely some questions, still definitely concerns with injuries, but right now the Ravens have had a solid start, so they make this list. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Thanks, Vegas. Even though Lamar Jackson's not looking great, his defense is coming up quite well. Marlon Humphrey's doing well. Special teams is not doing awful, even though there was a missed kick. So overall, they get a couple of things figured out. They'll get even better and better. But so far, they're looking pretty solid.
Alrighty, coming in at number 8, we've got the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks coming off of an overtime win against the Detroit Lions after suffering a Week 1 loss to the Los Angeles Rams, where they looked good in the first half, didn't look so good in the second half, but were in an offensive shootout against Detroit and were able to come out on top. They looked much better this week. Looked like more like the team that we thought that they were going to be. And, you know, good bounce-back win against a good Lions team who are high off of a big win over the reigning Super Bowl champion Chiefs. So, liked what I saw from Seattle. Geno looked much, much better as well. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Thanks, Vegas. Seahawks are definitely good. I'm liking what I'm seeing with Geno and the offense. Just offensively, they're quite good. And defense, they're not doing half bad either. Unfortunately, they had a Week 1 loss, but they're getting their crap together. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking it a lot. Vegas, back to you.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Alrighty, coming in at number 7, making their debut on this list, we have the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams coming off of a tough loss to the San Francisco 49ers, but they were going toe-to-toe with the Niners for the majority of that game. They were able to get a Week 1 blowout win over the Seattle Seahawks, where they completely outplayed them in the second half. And they're starting to look like the 2021 Rams that went on a run. Now, I don't think they're as good as that team, but they have really gotten off to a hot start here. Despite the Week 2 loss, the Niners are a very good team. They still were right up there with them. So, we've seen good play from the Rams. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Thanks, Vegas. I'm pleasantly surprised that the Rams were able to crack the list, but I mean, I did not before week 1, I didn't think they would, but here they are. I could see them as a sleeper team, and here they are. They are looking like a true 2021 fashion. I'm loving Puka Nakao. I mean, just a great rookie wide receiver. Stafford's not looking awful. I mean, I know he's old, but he's not looking too bad. Sean McVay still may have it, and that defense is pretty solid. They kept toe-to-toe with 49ers, which is no small feat at all. That's all I got to say.
I completely agree with you there. Really exciting to see what Nakua is doing as well. He is a fun player. Alrighty, coming in at number 6, we have the Buffalo Bills. The Bills, after a disappointing Week 1 loss to an Aaron Rodgers-less Jets, come back with a big-time bounce-back victory against the Las Vegas Raiders. 38-10 win where they just completely blew them out of the water, outclassed them, and looked more like the Buffalo Bills that we expect to see. Josh Allen, significantly better looking this week than last week. I mean, blowout wins are, you don't really get to learn much from them other than one team is significantly better than the others, but the Bills show that they're a darn good team in that game. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Vegas, it was really funny, but also hard to watch Bills Week 1 against the Jets, but they certainly went back to their better form against the Raiders. They buckled down and they got their crap together. Josh Allen, turnovers are still a bit of a problem, but he is proving that he is still the general of the Bills. He can lead them.
Completely agree. This was definitely a much-needed win for them. This is the exact kind of win they needed to really get themselves back on track, and they're hoping to do better going forward. Alrighty, at number 5, we've got the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, coming off of a tough win over the New England Patriots, had a good first half, but were kind of shut down in the second half. Tyreek Hill, pretty well covered by New England's defense. New England are a very difficult team and barely didn't make this list. If there were honorable mentions, we probably would have given it to them, but 0-2 start's just not that good looking right now. Miami, regardless, still played pretty good. Defense came up with a big fourth down stop. Stopped the New England Patriots by less than 2 inches. To prevent them from getting a red zone first down with an opportunity to tie the game late, close the game out for them. Definitely some concerns in the defense, but they did get a lot of pressure on Mac Jones, although I think that might more have to do with questions with the Patriots' offense. Regardless, the Dolphins still have an explosive team, a very high-flying offense, and still looked like a very scary football team this year. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Well, Vegas, I completely agree. The Dolphins, it was a tough win against the Pats. The Pats fought tooth and nail. Dolphins earned that win. Pats still played with them a little bit. Had a block kick. Dolphins, electric offense. Solid defense. I've been pretty solid on their defense for a while. I know that some of the injury issues, if they have injuries, then it's over, but it's looking like they're good. Tyreek Hill, like Vegas said, a little covered, but still got a tutty, so nothing much to complain about. But I like the Dolphins where they're at.
I agree with you there. Alrighty, coming in at number 4, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, coming off of a win over a pretty good Jaguars team, however, didn't feel like that much of a win. Definitely seemed like kind of a stinker of a game. But regardless, still got a bounce-back win against a likely playoff team after a tough Week 1 loss. But there's definitely some things to improve upon. But they have Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones. And as long as they have those 4 guys, they're a pretty darn good football team. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Completely agree, Vegas. It certainly did not look like they wanted to win that Jags game, but they won all the same. And though it wasn't the best-looking win, and that does speak volumes on what they've done. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes, and Andy Reid is still Andy Reid. Travis Kelce is still Travis Kelce. So that as long as those 3, and Chris Jones. As long as 4 guys are there, Chiefs are going to be just fine.
I agree. If they start to continue to play this poorly, though, definitely some questions to be asked, but we'll see what the future holds for them. Alrighty.
It's week 2 and all that.
It is week 2. Weeks 1 and 2 can be real weird, that's for sure. Alrighty, coming in at number 3, we've got ourselves the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys coming off of their second straight annihilation of a team this week. They're playing the New York Jets. Both New York teams saw how good Dallas was. Great start to the season for them. They really look like a scary, good football team that can do a lot of damage. Unfortunately for them, they are in a conference with the Eagles and the 49ers, who are looking like the 2 best teams in the NFL right now. But the Cowboys are still prepped to make some noise and are looking for an opportunity to win the division. They're playing very, very good football right now. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Completely agree, Vegas. Good football is being played. I'm loving that defense. I'm a sucker for defensive games. Moreover, not defensive games when you get a fumble or an interception. Because other than that, it's just boring. But luckily, that's what the Cowboys are doing. Dak is still all right. He's all right. But I'm sure that he can get over the slump he's in. And the Cowboys have got that demonstrative defense and a solid offense. Very, very acceptable. I mean, I love it. Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, good stuff. So I'm liking what they got. I think the only problem is, McCarthy.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if the Cowboys had a better head coach, they'd be Super Bowl favorites. But Jerry Jones gonna Jerry Jones. Regardless, they're still a scary good team that's gonna make a lot of noise this year. Alrighty, coming in at number 2, we've got the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles coming off of a bit of an ugly Thursday night football victory over the Minnesota Vikings. Did generate a lot of turnovers, though. Their defense looked pretty good until the fourth quarter when the Vikings started coming back, but the Vikings are a team that generally tend to get it going in the fourth quarter anyway, and it's Thursday night football where things can be a little bit sloppy. But the offense looked very, very good all night. Jalen Hurts had a great connection with Devontae Smith, and overall they were just rolling through that Vikings defense. So really like what I'm seeing from the Eagles. They're a very, very good team. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Thanks, Vegas. Though they did take a step back on the power ranking just a bit, they're still number 2 because they still have an absolute star-studded defense and star-studded offense. And as long as Jalen Hurts has those 2 wide receivers and a solid tight end and some nice running backs and that QB sneak, they're going to be fine. They'll be just fine.
And to all the people trying to outlaw that QB sneak, screw you, get good.
Okay.
Yes. Alrighty. Coming in at number 1, we've got the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners have started off the season very well and have seemed to answer a lot of the questions that people had of them in a very positive fashion, coming off of a tough win against a surprisingly good Los Angeles Rams team who are number 7 on this list. They were in a battle, but they came out on top, and through 2 weeks have looked like the best team in the league. A lot to love from their defense, a lot to love from their offense. Brock Purdy looking like he hasn't missed a single beat. Looks like his injury hasn't affected him at all. Still playing good football. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Completely agree, Vegas. 49ers are just, I don't know what to say. Everything about the Eagles, the 49ers have. It's just, the 49ers are so good. Got great coaching, have a solid quarterback, not Jalen Hurts level, but Brock Purdy's not bad at all. Got some great weapons and have a nice defense. Really do. So I love the Niners. They are terrifying. They might win it all. They might just. Brock Purdy may get a Super Bowl before Joe Burrow. Who knows?
Who knows? But it's looking like a very exciting season for a lot of teams, even teams that didn't make this list. And the NFC is looking like it has all of the major powerhouses, which I don't think a lot of people expected.
Oh, yes.
So, regardless, it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. So that'll round out our top 10. Coming in at number 10, we've got the Lions. Number 9, the Ravens. Number 8, the Seahawks. Number 7, the Rams. Number 6, the Bills. Number 5, the Dolphins. Number 4, the Chiefs. Number 3, the Cowboys. Number 2, the Eagles. And number 1, the 49ers. Alrighty, that's gonna do it for us today. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button. Please be sure to subscribe. And we will see you all in the next video.